Pranam to one and all. Also, my prayers are there to Lord Dhanvantari to give salvation to the departed soul, my beloved disciple, Dr. Sanjay. He was known to me only in this name, Dr. Sanjay. Ayurveda says there is many causes for death, and one of the cause is when one person is fulfilling all his karma, he will leave the body. So I think he fulfilled his karma and he settled everything in Govardhan village for the propagation of genuine Ayurvedic treatment. 4 years back, I was conducting continuous lectures on Ayurveda in my institution for the young doctors. I was taking classes of the higher plane of Ayurveda, which we call Rasa Shastra, that is the metallic and minerals-based treatment of Ayurveda. Whenever we need the sharp tool to tackle the complications and acute phase of diseases, we will switch over to potent medicines that is derived from the toxic metals and minerals, usually mercury, sulfur, arsenics, and so on. So I was taking classes to doctors about these things. Then one gentleman came to my room, that auditorium, and he appealed me, may I take seat in your class? So I suddenly stopped my lecturing and I gazed at him. I thought he may be a foreigner. Now foreigners are crazy about Ayurveda. Many people are coming for study Ayurveda. So I think whether you are a qualified doctor, I asked. Yes, I am, he told me. Then take your seat, I told. I started lecture. He was one of the students in that class. One day, after the completion of my lecture, he came to me for discussion. He had some ailment. He had some arthritic problem in his hands and fingers. He told me he took many Ayurvedic medicine, there was no cure. So I asked, then only I realized he's an allopathy. He's not an Ayurvedic person. I asked him whether you follow something from my classes. So he told me, no, nothing I could follow you. Then why you are sitting in my class? No, I want to study all these things, that's why I keep in your class. I will take it, he told me. Then I prescribed some medicine, and the very next class he came to me and showed me his finger. The swelling is always vanished. And he asked me whether Ayurveda can cure this in diseases in such speedily. Yes, of course, if your diagnosis is proper and selection of drug is proper, it can, I told him. He was so astonished to see the result of Ayurveda. Then I inquired about him. Who is he? From where he is coming? I asked some of my fellow people. So I got all the information. He said he's wandering all over Kerala to collect the knowledge from different teachers. He was studying deeply Ayurveda. He was going to the Kerala Ayurveda school where one of my professors was taking classes, Dr. Agnivesha. Then he was a routine person to my house. He was not a disciple at that time. He was one of my family members. When my younger daughter joined for Ayurveda course in Kottakkal 2 years back for first year, he came there and he gave so many CDs by which she can study easily the physiology and anatomy. So he was much linked with all my family members. Then he did another very mischievous thing in Ayurvedic. It's the first thing in Ayurvedic world. He visited so many experts of Ayurveda all over Kerala. Then he recorded their speeches about the fundamental principles of Ayurveda. And he broadcasted to the Facebook all these lectures without collecting any penny from the public. That was actually a blow to the Ayurvedic fraternity of Kerala. A person that too from allopathic field coming to Ayurveda and studying Ayurveda and propagating Ayurveda like that. Reverse process are there many, but this is the first time that a person from Ayurveda, from allopathy coming to study Ayurveda. Then he wrote that book. He came to me to scrutinize that book and he presented me that book. Then once he started the hospital in Vrindavan. So I was giving medicine for him to practice at Vrindavan. At Vrindavan, one of my village men was there. So he once visited his hospital. He don't know this Sanjay at that time. So he introduced, I am from Kerala, this patient. So he asked him, from Kerala, which area? So he told me, I am from Karalmana, that's the name of my village. So he told him, yes, my guru is there at Karalmana. I usually visiting Karalmana to study from my guru. Then my village man astonished, you are visiting Karalmana? Yes, I wanted to study Ayurveda, that's why I visiting Karalmana regularly. Then my village person came to me and informed me this news. That time only I realized that he admitted me as a guru. So he was so ambitious about Ayurveda. I can say he was so crazy about Ayurveda. Then once he called me and told me my guru is having some chronic ailments. Is it possible for you once visit Mumbai? So we will be very much obliged. So I found out some time and came here and visited Govardhan Eco Village, the beautiful place where the real treatment is already going on. Ayurveda is narrating, starting with the description of raga, that is the attachment. Ayurveda says raga is the roga. If there is no raga, there is no roga. Raga treatment means attachment treatment. That's already going on in Eco Village. And for polishing the body, we have to give some medicines of Ayurveda. That's enough. So, in that way, I came over here. Then, just the demise of Dr. Sanjay. Last conversation was with me. We were planning a seminar of medical astrology in Kerala. So he called me whether you have planned to record that speeches. I told him no. So he asked me whether you can record it for me because I couldn't come over there. The very next day it was happened. So I was so stunned. He was telling everybody to approach me to take the right treatment. Many people from ISKCON itself, Swami people also approached me. Swami Vijnana, Prabhu was there from Moscow. He came there for the treatment. Gunagrahi Das from Argentina, he came there. He was suffering from prostate cancer. Now he's picking like anything. I tried primary treatment from my village. Then he went to Vrindavan under the care of Sanjay, who was picked up very well. So many examples are there. If he referred one case, I noticed that that case is getting cured. That's another point. How much complication it may be. The best example is Gunagrahi Das. With this, I'm withdrawing my words. My humble prayer are due to Lord Dhanvantari to offer the full blessings, full salvation to the departed soul, my beloved student. Namaste.